I was gifted this item in exchange for my review. This is the HOLEWOR safe for your item. And I'm going to show you how this works. So first of all, there is a battery compartment here in the back. I have already removed the back cover. And by the way, this is made of like a black metal. And so I removed the black metal panel that is held in place by 2 screws. It did come with a screwdriver, which is super handy for me to remove that panel. And then it also comes with 4 AAA batteries, which is what is needed to go here in the battery compartment. So I'm going to put the batteries into place, and then we are going to get on with figuring out this safe. I've got the batteries in, so now I'm going to put the little door back on with the included screwdriver. Super, super handy. So I've got the battery compartment back closed. This is the keyhole. To turn on the screen, I just push any button, and here on the screen I can see humidity and temperature inside the box, which is really handy, especially if I'm trying to take really good care of the item inside. That is going to help me do that. Now I can see the time is listed on here, as well as the battery level. So all of that information is very handy. It's going to make sure that this stays in good working order. And we are going to now look at the mounting option. So this is going to mount up under something. So on both sides of the box, there are 2 little slits like this. So you can choose whichever one works for you. It's probably going to depend exactly where you're mounting it and on what side, and possibly what your dominant hand is going to all come into play as far as which side you're going to want to mount it on. Here is the mount, and you can see there are 2 little hooks right here, 1, 2, and those are going to go into whichever side you decide. They're going to go into those slots and down. So it's going to basically hang just like that. And then we have 4 screw holes right here. So it comes with screws. You're going to want to make sure that it's being screwed into something very solid, because this is heavy. So it's not going to work for sheetrock unless you anchor it, but into straight into wood, it's going to do really, really well. And then we have this little guy, and this little guy is going to screw in right here. There's a little hole right here at the back of the anchoring arm thing, and you just screw that in until it's super, super tight, and it basically just helps to hold that into place. There we go. So now that's not going anywhere. That's going to stay just right there, and I can mount it up to the bottom of a desk or a table or a counter, wherever it is that you feel like you want to have your item handy, then that is where you mount it. It also comes with a super handy cleaning cloth if you want to just keep a cloth in the box so that you can always make sure your item is super clean and nice looking, then you can do that. But now we're going to figure out how to set the code. Okay, so to set the code, we're going to open the box with the key first. And right on the inside is a set button. So if you look, so this is the front. If you look way in here, there at the top. So basically, I'm looking at this part of the box from the inside. And there is a little light bulb and a reset button. So if I push that reset button in there,
press 1 set password, press 2 delete password, press 3 set time, press 4 6 turn on off the voice.
Okay, so my options when I push that are to set the password, I can set the time, I can erase passwords, and I can also turn off the voice if you do not want her talking to you. So I'm going to set the code. So I'm going to push that little button again, then I'm going to push number 1 so that I can enter the password, and now I'm going to enter a password you can't see. Okay, I was successful, and I know that because the keypad turned green after I put in my 6 digits. So now I'm going to close this, and I'm going to enter my code, and we're going to see if it pops open. Boom! It opened super fast and quick. So there you go. And this can hold up to 10 different codes. So if you want different people to have access to this, then each person can have their own meaningful code, which is really, really handy. So it makes sure only the people who should have access do have access. And then it also ensures that people can have a code that is meaningful and memorable to them so that it is the most useful that it could be in your time of need. So this thing is pretty incredible. The voice, isn't my cup of tea. So if it was me, I'd probably turn off the voice, but you may really love the voice. And especially, if you just are forgetting which ones to push, then it's actually helpful. It reminds you, push 1 to set a password, push 2 to erase a password. So I can see that being a real positive thing as well. So this safe is pretty awesome, and to keep something close by in case you need it is a really vital and a wonderful thing. So I highly recommend this box. And to remind you, I was gifted this in exchange for my review.